Oh my God,
Yeah.
that part,
So
that doom, 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 and then right back into it. Oh my
the next
God.
one,
That shit like fucking broke my neck as I'm listening. I was like, oh, here it goes.
yeah.
No.
Yeah. So that.
All right, so where we're gonna break down Butcher Shop now. So this
So
is one of your personal favorites off the project.
yeah, because for me, this one just sounds yeah, like it sounds nasty and raw, like how I like to hear bubbling, you know? It's like
Mm-hmm.
that dirty, nasty sound from bubbling. It's yeah. Because nowadays people make bubbling and Moombahton and it all sounds so polished and so clean
Yeah.
and things like that. And I do like that because it really sounds good, the new Moombahton and the new things. But this is like for the bubbling battle pack, and I just wanted to also bring this back in time when I first heard these drums and these samples, you know. So I wanted to give it that authentic classic sound. And yeah, this is what I came up with.
Let's dive
I
in.
will play a bit. I will play a few bars and then we'll talk about.
In the water, it keep whiling, lean in the water, it keep whiling, lean in the water, it keep whiling. Play them to the butcher shop, with butcher shop, to the butcher shop, with shop, play them to the butcher shop, with butcher shop, to the butcher, to the
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that part,
So
that doom, 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 and then right back into it. Oh my
the next
God.
one,
That shit like fucking broke my neck as I'm listening. I was like, oh, here it goes.
yeah.
No. It's so crazy, man.
Yeah. So yeah, let's start. This the vocal. It's from Cutty Ranks, and the original song. I don't know what it's called,
Mm,
but it says Butcher Chop in it. So I
yeah.
that's why I call the song like that.
Somebody will find
But
it in the
this is like
comments.
the this song. For I mean, this sample is this has that also that bit crush, that like that the distortion, like
Yeah.
the this way it sounds like yeah, it sounds like yeah, I already explained it.
It's
It sounds like
crunchy and
yeah, it's like crunchy and then distorted and
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it picks up like tones from his voice are like
Mm-hmm.
accentuated in like a weird way.
Yeah.
So it also did it because it will pop out more in the mix because it's so busy and you can't even follow what he's saying. But with techniques like this, when you just enhance like important parts of the sample, it will come out better, you know.
Yeah.
butcher shop, with butcher shop,
And
to
then
the butcher shop, with chop, play them to the butcher shop, with butcher shop, to the butcher.
maybe you know
Uh,
where this is
I
from.
I kind of do. Yeah, I'm a '90s, like a '90s aficionado when it comes to those type of songs. So like, I already
Yeah,
remember it right now.
yeah, this like from Insane in the Brain from
Mm-hmm.
Cypress Hill, but
Yep.
also chopped up and pitched up because
So
every
good.
like at the end of the 8 bars they have like that horse
Mm-hmm.
screech sound, you know. But everyone knows that sound, and everyone will know, hey, that's like
Yep.
insane in the brain. But I don't wanted to put it like in your face that
For
sound, so
sure. For sure. You.
I did things with it, you know. See,
Mm-hmm.
it comes in a different place. It is reverse. The horse sound is reverse, so it's not like immediately recognizable.
For
But if you
sure.
listen carefully and you know the sounds of the drums and things like that, you can hear that's like from that song.
Good shit.
So yeah, and then there's like fillers, the tag, the ice cream tag,
Ice cream.
and then we go into the drop. So basically, this is like like the normal way of producing, like placing your own. Yeah, for me, I think for me it's the normal way of producing it, like putting in
Yeah.
the drums yourself.
Yeah.
Don't use the bubbling samples, but I try to use like also use authentic sounds because this snare is the original like classic snare, you know.
Yep.
But I've mixed it with. This is like a simple kick. You know, and I just build it.
Layering upon layer.
This is the thing, like I'm myself, like what the hell have I done? But because this it says rim shot, you know.
Yeah.
You guys know what a rim shot sounds
Yeah,
like.
for sure.
Like clack, like a stick sound.
Mm-hmm.
But with a lot of processing and things like that, it started to
Yeah.
sound like this. So it
Okay.
has like a tone. It has like a tone to it.
Yeah, it does.
See? So already
So
it
great.
has rhythm. Yeah, it's very for me it's also strange to hear it like this because I've never like go through it like this
Mm-hmm.
way, you know? It's very important to leave spaces before you drop another thing, or even if you remove like a kick, like right in the beginning part of a bar,
Mm-hmm.
it will also like people will think, hey, where's the kick? And then it comes in and they go, oh yeah, there it is again. It has like
Yep.
we have to remove some things to make the next thing more impactful, you know?
Makes
And
sense, man.
that's what I do a lot with it. So
All right.
yeah, next part is let me just your favorite part when it goes to
Yes.
so it goes from this. Yeah, so that now I'm going to find what that sound is made of and where it actually is. Yeah, it's like that mixed with where is it even?
It's there.
Yeah, but this what you hear here,
Yeah.
it is not a synth or a sound. It's just also a rim shot. I don't know how
You getting all
how
these
I
wild
did it.
rim shots, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, put us
that's the
on.
key. You got to use rim shots, man.
You
Omnisphere
heard
and
it
things like that
first.
are really overrated. You know, you just have to have a few rim shots in your library and you can make
That's
anything.
it. You can be top
But
producer.
yeah, and then it just drops into the next. Also, a little interesting filler right here. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Then we have the Microsoft XP,
Yep, the Windows sound.
the
As soon as I
Windows
heard it, I was
sound.
like, oh, here we go. Here we go. It's gonna go crazy
There we go,
now.
man. And then from here I've switched to sample drums again. Yeah, so there we have this, but it doesn't have like the bass in it and the kick in it. It's all removed because
Yeah.
I already have my kick playing here. I already have my 808. So I didn't use it because it will clash with each other. You know, these
Yeah.
samples have their bass and their kicks, but you can use it because it also has you can find the pitch of it and then use it like that, pitch it correctly for your song and then use it like that. But with things like this, with different melodies, it's just better to remove the bass, remove the kick, and just make your own thing because then you can
Yeah.
do a lot more with it. And yeah. Yeah, here it goes into another rhythm. I did switch up the pattern of the sound. Let's call it rim shot because I see it again. These
Rim
these
shot
are
number
also
6.
rim shot number 6. Yeah, and this is like that's the sound that you hear.
Yep.
It's a rim shot, and yeah, it just plays something else from than what you heard here. See, and this is like
Mhm.
basically a rim shot processed like that, chopped again, placed it in the timeline. I know it's
Yeah.
easier to put the sample in a sampler and then play it in the piano roll like that.
Yeah.
But this is just way easier, man.
For
Because
sure.
when you're already working here and you already like chopping things up, it's very easy to just click, and then you're done.
Yep.
You don't have to put it in a sampler and find the right
Less
note again.
steps.
Yeah, this
Speed
is
up the
less steps
workflow.
to do the thing that you want, you know.
Hell yeah.
Pulling a pen, send them.
But also the vocal is chopped
Pulling a pen, send
to make it
them. Who are rude boy,
to introduce
send them.
itself
Them
again
want to fling.
right here, because here it's like quiet and the song here the
Beat drops out.
how do you call it, the synth is fading out already, so you have to have something here, and
The
you can do
spaces.
things like put a drum roll or a pre-drop vocal or things, how do you call it, but when you
Drum
just
fill.
introduce the sample again, you don't need a pre-drop vocal.
Pulling a pen, send them.
Yeah, it's a
Who
nice
are
touch.
rude boy, send them. Pulling a pen, send
Yeah,
them.
see, in a little
Who are rude boy, send
reverse
them.
over
Them
there.
want to
And the most, what I try to do is with this drum chop. If you do the chops like the make it fit with the vocals that you already have, then it sounds way more cohesive, you know.
100%,
You
man.
don't. This is like also like the normal drum programming, let's call it that.
Normal.
Like the traditional placing your own
Yeah.
samples in here and making. So I did still use the butcher chop thing, but only this. Now it doesn't even sound like it. He says chop
At all.
it at all. But when you play it like this, it does. It does. It says chop. I don't know why that is. Maybe because you remember how he says chops in the sample, you just
Yeah.
recognize it, and your brain automatically converts it to the
Exactly.
word that you
Exactly.
wanted to hear. Because I hear it a lot when you just solo different things in the tracks with vocals. It's not always the word that you're hearing, right?
Yeah.
Because now your ear can fully focus on it, and it sounds like a random thing. But like this with everything on, it sounds like he says chop. And this is basically also how the name of the EP has become is named after this track, you know, Butcher
Yep.
Chop. And I was
Chop
thinking
sounds.
about a song, and Bubbling Battle Pack. I already thought of that name, but Munchi was like, "Yeah, really, Bubbling Battle Pack, you know, it sounds so standard, and it sounds like this and that." And he was like, "No, we gotta change the name." And we're
Yeah.
just like throwing random names in the chat on Instagram, and some one of us said Chop, and then I think I or he said Chop Sound,
Yeah.
and that's the name of the EP. It's because of this song,
That's how it all came
and
together.
yeah, that's how it all came together. Did you get crazy when listening to this fast hi-hat on your
So
headphone?
crazy, bro. And you know what? See, that's the thing I said to Max. It was like, I think the best thing we could have did is we were hearing it in the headphones for its first time, not just on speakers. Like hearing it in the headphones for the first time was hearing that sound design, and that's why we were going so nuts to it, because we were hearing all these little things that we probably wouldn't have heard at first on speakers. So it's like, oh my god, man.
Bubbling Battle was never created to make melodic.
Yeah.
It never was there, you know. And even old dancehall songs, the melodic parts of those songs were the vocalists, you know.
Hmm.
They were singing and rapping on it
Yes.
in a different way, and that created the melodies and things in those songs, and I try to do the same thing with this. Don't use too many VSTs and play nice melodies and things
Yeah,
like that. Just use the things that are there and maybe make different parts of the song, make them sing. Like mostly it's the 808 that's doing the melodies
yep,
over here, and just like the little filler things and the snare melody that following in some melody in a vocal. I think that those are the things that making melodies in these kinds of songs.
definitely, definitely. Here we go. So tell me, where does your name come from? That's what I want to know. Where does the ice cream name come from?
Ice cream, yeah. The story is actually kind of lame. I was just living with my parents, and I was just sitting in the garden in like a, how you call it, a hammock. You know,
Yeah.
I was just laying in there with eating like a ice cream, and just become my name. You know, ice cream. And then I thought, but
Hey,
how can I make it more interesting? You know, and then I did the I with I and like scream with like
nice.
screaming like that, and that just become it. So yeah, ice cream is just ice cream. I don't know. I don't have like a
No, no,
very
that's great. That's great, man.
intense story
It
about
doesn't
it.
have to be. Some people, you know, we just use our names, and like I'm not very creative, so I haven't had anything that's, you know, anything that's like, oh, what a great story either. It's just, you know, my name or something random. So I get it. I totally get
Yeah.
it, man. So
Yeah.
what's next, man? Like, where do you go from here? Because I feel like the bar is set so high. Like, what's coming next? I know we spoke about you saying there might be a volume 2, and like,
Yeah.
what's the
There's
path?
there's definitely coming a volume two. I'm already started working on it on the first song of it. I
Mm.
don't going to show you
No,
that,
no,
but
don't. I don't want to hear it till it's
it,
done. I want to
you are
know.
not ready for that. I'm
No,
also not ready for that.
I believe
But
you.
there is a part two in the making. It will be kind of like this, but maybe I will try to do a little less sampling, but more like own shit on it. Like
Mm.
do use VSTs,
Yeah.
but not just play it, but also like sample it and then chop it again. Because
Mm.
so then it's like
It's your own chops.
my own chops, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
and I guess that's the thing that I want to do next.
that's exciting.
And also like yeah, like work with people, you know, make songs, just keep the creativity going. Because if I stop with this, and I've stopped a lot of times with it, because I keep making music, but it's like when you like not in the flow anymore, it takes like you have to motivate
Yep.
yourself to start up Ableton and things like that. And
Yeah, man.
I know like when I'm actually have started Ableton, you can I'm not going from here, you know. I'm staying here watching at this screen and I'm all into it, and the time just goes by. You
Yep.
know, when I'm just what time is it now? Like almost 9 o'clock. When I start now,
Yep.
I will end like 4 or 5 a.m. in the
Yep.
morning with these things, and that's also like a thing. I have to find time to do these things, you know, because I know from myself that I lose track of time and I just keep going at it,
Yeah.
and
It
that will
happens
also like hinder your everyday life, you know,
for
because I
sure.
still have to go to work and still have to do like normal people things, you know, and that's
Yeah.
like yeah, you have to find time for it and keep going with it. But projects like these, the man, a lot of people contacted me like, "What the hell are you doing?" And let's work together. Let's
Yeah,
make shit
man.
together. So I maybe have to go through that list and do things with them, you know, because there's not small names that are talking to me about this shit. It's
You
like
hear that, guys? You
like
hear
the
that,
ghost.
guys? There's gonna be big shit
So
coming. Big
like the
shit
ghost
coming.
one.
I love it.
Yeah, and for me also like well, yeah, Munchi was basically like on the in the background this whole project, you know. And for me, it's still like unbelievable that things like that happen, because Munchi for me is like one of the huge guys, you know.
Yeah,
Like he
he
was
is.
there like when he dropped things. I was like, there's no one going to be better
We all
than
were.
that guy.
We all were,
He
bro.
brought Moombahton to the, and yeah. I don't even need to explain it, but Munchi
Yeah,
is
no, for
like.
sure.
He's like a real alien. It's like next level what he did.
Definitely.
most people think like maybe I've get my inspiration from Munchi, but it's not like that. Bubbling was there already. It was
It's a
like
thing.
in the 80s. It maybe started like in the 80s or something
Yeah.
like that, and it was there with the cassette tapes. And my inspiration come from that, from the old dance hall songs and from the old tapes and
Yeah, man.
things like that. And now I'm making it, and now I'm releasing it, and now people are seeing what it's all about. And
Yeah, man.
for me, it's like, why aren't more people doing this? Why? How is it that I am the first one that doing this?
Yeah, man. But even that,
Because
I
don't
think.
get me,
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, don't get me. There are bubbling producers right now this day that are producing bubbling battle, but it's not. Yeah, it's you can't compare it, I guess, with this.
Yeah, it's a totally
This
different
room,
animal.
what they are doing is more like the traditional way of doing it, and that's using the sped up finals and
Mm-hmm.
things like that, and just mashing it together. But it's not. This is yeah.
This is the
It's like
evolution. For me, from listening on the outside, this seems like the evolution of that sound. Like what's to come next. It's just
yeah.
it's just a whole nother level, honestly.
I hope so, because that would be great. And
Oh, no
otherwise, I'm
hope it
still
is.
here. I will be doing this shit for as long as I'm here. So
As you should, man. I hope
yeah,
that the next time we sit down and speak that like it's just, all the fucking respect, all the accolades, all the proper props you deserve. I hope you get them all, man. Like it's really
yeah.
important.
Well, let's see. Well, let's see how it goes.
No, for sure.
So,
For sure, man. All right. So I want to thank you for your time. You've been amazing, man. Like, this is a pleasure to actually sit down with you and talk about these things. Great to see it. And, I hope to hear more stuff, man. I hope to sit down with you again and you tell me some more crazy fucking stories of bubbling and chopping and long nights
yeah, we'll
working.
do that. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it's nice to do. For
Hell
me, it's not
yeah.
like a punishment to
No,
make
for
to make
sure.
this track. I'm enjoying this a lot, so I will continue to do this. There will be more songs, more things for me. So let's go,
Well,
man.
stay tuned, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, thank you too, man. This amazing show, and what you're doing is great, man. It's
Appreciate it,
like
man.
next level.
I appreciate it.